Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something super interesting today, urban revitalization.
Yeah, always a hot topic.
You guys sent in this opinion piece from the Washington Post.
Yeah.
Really got me thinking. It's about Baltimore specifically.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Really interesting take.
The author's a doctor, right? Worked in Baltimore for a while.
Mm-hmm. Brings a unique perspective for sure. Being on the ground, seeing it all firsthand.
Exactly. Like, can we even talk about revitalizing a city? Like, really revitalizing it without thinking about the people who actually live there?
No way. I mean, sure, buildings and infrastructure matter, but revitalization has to be about people, their lives, their communities.
Right. And the author, they talk about seeing these like flashes of progress, like renovated houses, new businesses popping up.
Yeah, yeah. But then, like, just a few blocks over, still dealing with poverty, crime, all those same old problems.
It's like this stark contrast makes you wonder, like, who's actually benefiting from all this revitalization? Who's
Right.
being left behind?
Totally. And it's not always intentional, right?
Yeah.
But it happens. Think about a neighborhood like Sandtown, Winchester, West Baltimore.
I've heard of it.
Some investments gone in, for sure, but lots of residents still struggling. Unemployment, bad housing, not enough health care. It shows how revitalization efforts can, sometimes miss the mark.
Yeah, you think about all the talk about demolition, like just tearing everything down and starting over. Is
Yeah.
that really the answer?
Well, the authors seem pretty skeptical. And I get it. Demolition, it's a quick fix, Band-Aid solution. It doesn't really solve the root problem.
Right, right. It's like treating the symptom but not the illness.
Exactly. The author argued that investing in things like, healthy food access, job creation, better public transportation, that's where you see real change.
Makes sense. If people have opportunities, a way to get around, can afford healthy food.
You're building a foundation, right? Not just putting a new facade on an old problem. And when we zoom in on Baltimore, its history adds a whole other layer to this.
Yeah, they touched on segregation, the drug epidemic. Heavy stuff.
No doubt. And it's directly tied to what we see today. Think about redlining.
Redlining.
Yeah, back in the day, banks wouldn't give loans to people in certain neighborhoods, mostly black neighborhoods, of course.
I vaguely remember learning about that.
Well, it created this concentrated poverty, disinvestment. And we're still dealing with the effects today.
Wow. I never connected that to like modern day revitalization efforts.
It's huge EE, though. To fix things, we got to understand that historical context. Policies, they need to make sure everyone has equal access to housing, resources, opportunity.
Right. It's not just about shiny new buildings. It's about like repairing the community itself.
Exactly.
So, big question. After going through all this, is demolition ever a good idea?
I mean, it can be part of the solution, sure, but it can't be the only solution. You can't bulldoze your way to a better city, right? Real revitalization, it means listening to the people who live there, addressing those root problems, understanding the history of the place.
Yeah. Thinking about those renovated homes next to, the struggling families, real change comes from investing in people, in communities.
Totally agree. It's not a one-time fix either. It's an ongoing process.
This has been, wow, eye-opening for sure. So for everyone listening, tell us what you think. What's the biggest challenge for cities like Baltimore? Hit us up. We're really curious.